Hey, how's it going? Just going to show you how to play Oblivion by Mastodon today. Just before we jump into it, I'll let you know you can support me at Patron. That's linked below, as is a video explaining what that is if you're unsure, and it's a place to go to get all my tabs for this song and every other tune I've made a tutorial for. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and you can check out a Spotify playlist I've put together that's got all the songs I've made tutorials for in it, so you can have a listen through that and see if you want to learn any other tunes. I'll let you know I've also made a cover of this song, linked below, and just so you can see all the parts fitting together. And also, if you could like and subscribe, that would be a huge help, and I'd really appreciate that. Anyway, now that that's out of the way, let's jump into the lesson. Alright, so for this track, we're in a non-standard tuning, so you're going to need to tune down a bit. So we're basically in drop D, down a step. So from low to high, we've got C, G, C, F, A, and D. Alright, and so I've broken this up into quite a few sections. So we've got the intro, which is in an A, B, and a C section. We've got the verse, which I've broken up into A and B as well. We've got the chorus. Then we've got the rhythm track behind the solo, which I've broken up into, I think, 7 sections, A through G. Then we've got a break, and then we've got the solo itself to learn, which I'll do at the end. So I'll go through section by section, give you an example of each part, and then I'll teach it to you. Alright, so we'll start with the intro, and like I said, intro is in 3 sections, and the first section goes like this. Alright, so this just repeats quite a few times at the top of the track. So we start off 8th fret on the 3rd string, 6 on the 5th string, and then open 4th string. So you get. Then we do that again and just play the low open 6th string at the end. So the first little bit. Then we do that first little chunk again. And then we go, which is the exact same thing, except the final note is a harmonic on the 7th fret on the 6th string. And so that's the A section of the intro. This repeats, I think, 4 times all up. And then we get into this bit. Alright, so got the same start. So 8 on the 3rd string, 6 on the 5th string, open 4th string. Then we go open 6th string, and we've got some power chords with the open 6th string in between. So power chord here, so 3rd fret on the 5th string and 5th fret on the 4th string. Open 6th string, move up 2 frets, so now we've got 5, 7. Then open 6th string at the end. So you get. Then we do this again. Then we do it again, but we sort of keep the power chords going. So same thing. So when we get to these power chords, we then move up 1 more fret. So we've got 6 on the 5th string and 8 on the 4th string. Open 6th string, back 1 fret. Then open 6th string, back another 2 frets. Open 6th string, and then finishing on 5, 7 again on the 5th and 4th string. And open 6th string. So that's the B section of the intro. And then the 3rd section of the intro, the C section. Alright, so we start out 10th fret on the 3rd string. Then we go 8th fret on the 5th string. Then open 4th string, open 6th string. Then 5 on the 2nd string, open 4th string, 7 on the 3rd string, open 6th string. And do that again. Just the first bit, sorry. And then we do that last bit, but we have the notes that we're fretting in reverse. So we go 7th fret on the 3rd string, open 4th string, then 5 on the 2nd string, open 6th string. So you're sort of going between that and that. Just switching between the two there. But that's the intro for the tune. Alright, so that repeats around a few times, and then we get to the verse, and the verse goes like this. So this is just the A section of the verse, and again this repeats a few times. So what we've got 3rd fret on the 5th string. We pluck that once, and then go down, up, down, up, down, up on the 1st fret on the 6th string, and then 3 on the 5th, quick down, up on the 1 on the 6th string. Then we go 1 on the 4th string, just 1. So you get. Then we've got another down, up, down, up, down, up on the 1st fret on the 6th string. So we get. Then we go 3 on the 5th string, and then another quick down, up on the 6th string, and then repeat it. So all up you get. And we do the exact same rhythm with our hands, but we just do different notes. So now we've got. So now we've got 2nd fret on the 5th string. Play that once, then do the chugs on the open 6th string. Then we've got 2, open, 4 on the 4th string. Back to the chugs, 2, couple of chugs, and then repeat. And you get back to the first little bit, then play the second bit again, so you play the whole thing round twice. So then we've got the B section of the verse, and the B section goes like this. So pretty quick strumming or picking here. So the notes, we just go with quick strumming. So it's 10 on the 5th string, so down, up, 8 on the 6th string, down, up, 7 on the 6th string, down, up, then 7 on the 5th string, down, up, 8 on the 6th string, down, up, and then open, down, up. You repeat this round 4 times. And then we sort of move down and do. So in terms of notes, we've got 8 on the 5th string, down, up, then we go 8 on this, all on the 6th string now. 8, 7, 5, 7, 8. And you do this 4 times. And yeah, all up you repeat each part twice, and that is the B section for the verse. Alright, next part to learn is the chorus, and the chorus goes like this. And back to the verse or whatever there. Alright, so first chord here. open 6th string, 8th fret on the 5th string, 7 on the 4th, and 10 on the 3rd. So they're going to go. So it's down, up, open 6th string twice, down, up. Then we've got the little, which is 9, hammer on 10 on the 4th string. Then on the 3rd string, 9, hammer on to 9, 9, hammer on to 12, pull off back to 9. And then 10th fret on the 4th string. And then we go down to this. So it's like a 9 chord. So we're going to be flattening our first finger over the 7th fret on the bottom 3 strings, or just bottom 2. And then we've got 9th fret on the 4th string. I use my pinky finger, but you can use your 3rd finger or whatever finger is most comfortable for you. Again, similar strumming pattern to that first chord. We now got, so it's down, up, chug, chug, down, up. Then we've got, so 7, hammer onto 8 on the 6th string. Then on the 5th string, 7, slide down to 5, and then 5, slide up to 7. Then we repeat that first, or repeat the whole thing so far. And now we do like the second chord, but just down 2 frets. So now we've got. So flattening our first finger over the 5th fret, bottom 2 strings, and then 7th fret on the 4th string. Again, down, up, chug, chug, down, up. Then we've got same little end riff, just moved down. 5, hammer onto 6 on the 6th string, and then 5, slide down to 3, then 3, slide back to 5. Yeah, and you put it all together and you get the chorus. Anyway, that all repeats until the solo now. And like I said in the intro, I've broken the rhythm guitar up, so what happens behind the solo, into 7 different sections, just to make it a bit easier to digest. So after the second chorus, it goes to this riff. Alright, so really atonal, sort of dissonant sounding section here. But not too tricky in terms of what to play, getting your fingers around it. So it starts off with open 6th string, then we've got a lot of hammer-ons from open strings. So open 5th string, hammer onto 5, open 4th string, hammer onto 6, and you kind of want to keep these held down to sort of build this dissonant chord. So open 5, hammer onto 5, open 4, hammer onto 6th fret, then open 3rd string, hammer onto 4th fret. So you get. Then you've got this chord sort of held down, and keep it held down, because we're just going to do this little move. So then it's just, we play the 6th fret again on the 4th string that we're already holding down. And then it's just 6 on the 3rd string, back to 4th string, take that pinky off, and then we play 4 on the 3rd, back to 6 on the 4th. And then we just change chord positions here. So we're going to be holding down 6th fret on the 4th string and 8th fret on the 5th string. And we're going to be plucking open 3rd string, string 4, string 5, then back to open 3rd. So you get. Then we repeat that, everything except those last 4 notes. And instead of doing that chord change, we now do this chord change. So we're going to be holding down 6th fret on the 2nd and 3rd strings, and we pluck open 1st, then second, third, and back to open first. So you get... Then you repeat the whole thing again, and that's the A section for the solo rhythm. The B section is this. And then repeat it again. So we just hold down 6th fret on the 5th string and 8th fret on the 3rd string. And we're just going to be plucking, doing this little pattern. So we pluck strings 6, 5, 4, 5, 3, 4. And do this 4 times. And then we do pretty much the same thing in terms of picking pattern, but we just move down and hold this chord. So we're going to be holding down 1st fret on the 5th string, 2nd fret on the 3rd string, and 1st fret on the 2nd string, keeping that 4th string open. And now we just sort of move the picking up 1 string. So now we go string 5, 4, 3, 4, 2, 3. And do this 4 times. Then you repeat both those sections, and that's section B for the rhythm guitar and the solo. So you get to that, and then we just play this really dissonant chord. This is when that really quick lick happens, the sort of transitioning to the different chord sound underneath. So all we're doing, holding down 5th fret on the 2nd string and 8th fret, I use my pinky, 8th fret on the 3rd string, and just plucking a few open strings either side of this. So we're going to be plucking strings 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, and then repeat. I was just palm muting just so you could hear the notes a bit clearer. But yeah, do that 4 times. And that gets you into the D section for the rhythm guitar and the solo. And it sounds like this. Alright, so we're just going to keep our first finger sort of anchored on the 2nd fret on the 6th string. And we're also going to be keeping our 2nd finger on the 2nd fret on the 1st string. And we just play a couple open strings and then add in a note on the 2nd string. So we pluck string 6, then we've got this, which is open 3rd, open 2nd, back to open 3rd, then 3 on the 2nd string, and then 2nd fret on the 1st string. Then we've got 3 on the 2nd string, open, then take that off, so you've got open 2nd, open 3rd. Yeah, and you play that 4 times, and that's the D section for the rhythm guitar and the solo. Right, so the E section for the solo rhythm guitar goes like this. So these 2 chords, so we're going to be holding down 5th fret on the 6th string with our pinky, 4th fret on the 5th string with our 3rd finger, and 2nd fret on the 3rd string with our 1st finger. And we're going to be plucking these 3 strings plus the open 2nd string. So we go string 6, 5, 3, back to 5, and 2, 3. Do this twice. then we sort of slide up and just change position slightly. So we sort of keep our pinky sticking out, now on the 7th fret on the 6th string, and we're going to be holding down 5th fret on the 5th string and 4th fret on the 4th string, and also plucking the open 3rd string for this chord. And we go string 6, 5, 4, 5, 3, 4, and just play it twice like that. That's the E section. The F section is just this chord. So we're holding down 8th fret on the 6th and 4th strings with our 3rd and 2nd strings. Sorry, 3rd and 4th fingers. And then we got 7th fret on the 3rd string with our 2nd finger, and 6th fret on the 2nd string with our 1st finger. And we just sort of pluck sort of low to high almost. So we go string 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, and do that twice. And that's the F section. Last part to learn for the solo rhythm guitar is just sort of the last little section when the bends are happening. Alright, so what this is... So we're just going to be holding down this one chord shape and just moving it around in a few different positions. So we've got 10th fret on the 5th string, then we've got the octave on the 12th fret, 3rd string, and then we've just got kind of like this, a minor chord shape. So now we've got 11th fret on the 2nd string. So we're going to be playing these 3 strings plus the open 1st string for this chord. So we go string 5, 3, 5, and then 1, 2, 3. Then we've got the exact same thing, just moved back 1 fret. So now we've got 9, 11, and 10. Same picking pattern. So you go 5, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3. Then we just go. So we're just playing the octaves for this bit. So we go 10, back to 10, 12, 11. So play 10 on the 5th, 12 on the 3rd, back to 10 on the 5th, move it up 2 frets, so we now have got 12, 14, 12. And then slide back. So now we've got 9, 10, 9, 11, 9, and then the open 1st string, and then 10, 11 on the 2nd and 3rd strings. Then you do the whole thing through once more. And that's all the parts to learn for the rhythm guitar beneath the solo. Last part to learn before the solo is the break, and this happens right after the solo section, and it's just a bunch of chuggy sort of power chords, and goes like this. Alright, so all just power chords, which because we're in effectively that drop D tuning, just down a tone, we're just going to be flattening a finger over the bottom 3 strings of a single fret to get the power chord. So we go 8, 7, 8, 10, 8, 10, and 12. Then we've got this just open 6th string, and go down, down, up, down, down, down. So you get. Then we've got a similar sort of winding power chord thing, but we just go slightly further this time. So now we go 8, 7, 8, 10, 8, 10, And we've got 12, 10, 12, up to 14 now, then 12, 10, 12. And then do the same chugs at the end there. And the third time we go, so it's just 8, 7, 8, 10, 8, 10. Then 3 chugs of the open 6th string, and finish with the first chord of the chorus, which is open 6th string, 8th fret on the 5th string, 7th fret on the 4th, and 10 on the 3rd. And that is the break section. Alright, so the last part to learn now is the solo. And so the first section of the solo is sort of this section here. So just starting on the 2nd string, 8th fret, we do a sort of bend up, full bend, back down, and then bend up again. So let it hang there for a bit. Then we've got so we're going to go still on the 2nd string, 8. So 8, bend up to 10, back to 8, pull off to 6, and then 7 on the 3rd string, and then 8 on the 2nd string twice. Then we've got this quick little sort of run down on a minor scale. So sort of on the 2nd string, 6, hammer onto 8, pull off to 6, slide down to 5, hammer onto 6, pull off to 5 again. Then we sort of got 7 on the 3rd, up to 5 on the 2nd, back to 7 on the 3rd. Then we've got 5, hammer onto 7 on the 3rd, back to 5, 7 on the 4th, and then this little 5, slide up to 7, back to 5, back to 7. Next part. On the 3rd string, do a full bend on 12. Then 10 on the 2nd, 10 on the 1st, 13 on the 2nd, and then 13 bend up, do a full bend, up to the sort of the pitch of the 15th fret. And then over that dissonant chord, we've got this quite quick run going down. So we start on the sort of, do whatever you want for this sort of section, just make it sound busy, basically. But a rough guide, you want to start 15 on the 1st string, do a little sort of trill, just do a little chromatic sort of thing. So I trill to 16, back to 15, then do a bit of a sort of dissonant bluesy thing down. So I go down to 18 on the 2nd, back to 15 on the 1st, 18 on the 2nd again, 15, 18, 15 on the 2nd, 17 on the 3rd, 15 on the 2nd, back to 17 on the 3rd. So sort of doing like a bit of a sequenced run, that sort of thing. And then I do this little just sort of hammer-ons and pull-offs. So sort of from 16 to 17, slide back down to 14, back to hammer on to 16, pull off again. Then a little, so it's sort of like 13, hammer on to 14, pull off, slide down, do the same thing. Then do it again, down 10 to 12. And then just sort of bluesy stuff from there on. And just sort of want to finish that sort of first half of the solo sort of on the 7th fret of the 5th string, which sort of gives you that note for that. That's when the chord underneath changes. And so when we start that section, we start on this. So on the second string, 15 bend up to 17. Then we've got this, which is 15 up a full bend back to 15, and then 12 hammer onto 15, pull off back to 12. And then we've got a bit of a dissonant sort of bluesy run down again. So 12 on the second string, 12 hammer onto 15, pull off to 12, 15 on the third string, back to 12 on the second, 15 on the third again, and then 12, 14, 12 on the third. So you get this. And then just like 14 on the fourth, 12 on the third, 14, 12 on the fourth, 14, 13, 12 on the fifth, down to 10. And then you sort of, yeah, just do that. And then over that chord, we go up to 17th fret on the first string, then down to 14, then do this 13, hammer to 14, pull off back to 13 on the first string, and then we get to this sort of section where we're moving that minor shaped chord around in a few different positions. We're doing these little double stop bend things to finish off the solo. So the first of these, got 11 on the second string and 13 on the third string, and we're bending that third string up a full tone. Do the same thing, just down a fret. So we've got 10 on the second, 12 on the third, bending that up a tone. Back up a fret. Then we move up another 2 frets. So we've got 13 and 15, bending 15 up. Then back down to 10 and 12. So that first little bit of the bends. Then we basically do the same thing, just up a string. So now we've got 10th fret on the first string and 13th fret on the second string, and do the same sort of thing. Keep that first string as standard and doing that bend on the second string, up a tone. So do that, then move back a fret. So now we've got 9, 12, bending 12 up, back up another 2 frets. So now we've got 12 and 15, bending 15 up a tone, and then back another 2 frets to finish off. Sorry, 3 frets. So finishing on 9 and 12. So all up that last bendy section. Just sort of like that, but without the mistakes, basically. But that is all the parts for this song. Thank you so much for watching and learning. Hope you enjoy playing along with that one when you get it down. Super fun track from a really great guitar heavy band in Mastodon, one of my favourite heavy bands going around. But yeah, if you like the tab for this, you can support me at Patron like these wonderful people have done. Really appreciate the support from all of them, and you too, if you decide to do that, because it's really amazing. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, like I said at the top of the video, and you can check out that Spotify playlist I've also put together. Check out the cover I made below, just so you can see it all working together. And yeah, thanks again for watching. Really appreciate it. I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.